afternoon and welcome back. This is Errol Chung, MiamiDMT. We are sitting here at the beautiful art gallery of Blue Egg Interiors, centered right here in North Miami, Florida. We are here with the CEO and President of the Chamber of Commerce, Germain Bebe. Germain has so graciously joined us today to give us a little insight on what his plans are looking to the future and get a little background on who he is. So thank you, Germain, for coming aboard.
Thanks so much for having me.
All right, awesome. So, getting to the first topic of the President and CEO of the Chamber of Commerce, tell us a little bit about your urban development background.
Well, actually, I studied urban regional planning and development at Florida Atlantic University. I originally was going to school for business, and I switched over to architecture, and then I kind of felt like urban planning kind of melded the two, you know?
Okay.
Because what I found, I'm really interested in, the economic development and a little bit of the sociology and psychology of Boynton Beach, CRA, and under the planning department, doing a little stuff for Pompano Beach, CRA. They're doing some wonderful things over there too at that time. And that's really where I kind of got my start in understanding community redevelopment and understanding, what the importance of economic development is for people in general for an area.
Fantastic. So you have a long background in understanding how the city governments and the people that they govern interact with each other as far as an architectural, layout. You understand the functionality of the working pieces.
Right. Yeah. I would say that was kind of like the beginning of me understanding it. Build and develop at scale, at the human scale, the level for it to really be something successful.
Okay. And when we've been friends for a while, we've talked in the past, and I know how important education is to you.
Well, education has been a major thing. I didn't really come from a wealthy family. My father. I grew up with my father working 2 or 3 jobs. At one point, we were working 3 or 4 jobs. So we came from that immigrant background. So I grew up with my family going through the typical immigrant struggle coming into America, and eventually things got better. We got a house and all those things. But education was always I was always taught was the key to everything, as far as what they can give me. So that was a big important thing. Getting those grades and eventually going to college was a major thing. I ended up working in the education industry. Ended up helping a startup called Career Tech get off the ground with a good friend of mine. So I've been pretty experienced in the education sector. My sister is actually in Teachers for America, and actually is starting up her own school and stuff like that. So
very cool.
So yeah, education has just been a huge thing. I think that's really gonna be I think that's actually one of the things that actually defines us as an American.
And so the cultural basis. I'm Jamaican. Everybody knows I'm Jamaican Chinese, but you're a Haitian gentleman growing up. So the culture from the Caribbean of education is always to be better in education than the platform before you.
Right.
So growing up, I can imagine your household was very similar to mine. It was homework, and it was work, and then it was review of the homework, and then extra credit homework.
Right.
So you want to make sure that you have a complete understanding, right, of what it needs, of all the elements. And this goes back to your architecture background. And then you go into the understanding of urban planning, how those pieces work together.
Right.
And then the programs that you're developing now reflect a lot of the experiences that you've had.
Right.
What are some of the programs that you're working on now, some of the moving pieces that you're working on now to kind of help grow the community that you serve?
Well, I think definitely having an educational background and working in has helped me out a lot. What I like to do, I guess when I'm most effective at, is really looking at all the moving parts and seeing how I can put them together to be functional. I looked at, what we're lacking here in the community of North Miami. So I worked on basically creating workshops to get people more financially literate as far as in the banking world and getting financing for their business. I just held a micro lending workshop, a grant funding workshop. I did a couple things with teaching people even the power of actually banking locally, which is why I did the recent event at a Bank United, which is a bank that's based right here in Miami-Dade County. So workshops and getting the education out there on every level is really, I think it's really important. My next thing is really to partner up with some major educational companies such as Johnson & Wales University has some programs based on marketing your business via social media. SBA gave, I believe, $1.1 billion in business loans last year and 20% of it was in here in Miami-Dade.
So the money is available. We just have to learn the proposal writing, the processes. We've talked a little bit about bringing in the processes, being more transparent, so people understand how to get the money. So these workshops that Germain is organizing is actually the key piece between the SBA and the people. Because if you have the programs that are established, but the people don't know how to access those programs, then they're for naught. So Germain's putting together the access points. He's getting the instructors, he's preparing the tutelage material, as well as finding the sponsorship locations. Last night was a great event. It was a great turnout. Tell us a little bit more about the bank event last night.
The bank event last night is something I really tried to do. I've done it with multiple places for a lot of our members and business community here. And it's my attempt to get people to come out and make a one-on-one connection with someone. That's really my true goal when it comes to helping people network. I believe your net worth is tied very directly to your network.
Right.
So
net worth, network. See.
So I think those are very tied together. So when I did at the bank, of course, like I said, I really promote people to kind of bank locally if they can. Bank United opened up here and allowed me to use their facility, and I was able to get multiple different business. We had a great showing last night by about 70, 80 people, business owners, and basically I was able to get them to come out, to enjoy some cocktails. Thank you to Yaya Wines for sponsoring.
Yaya Wine, very great.
And they're I'm very local. Yaya Wines is actually bottled and produced right here in North Miami. They came out, and so basically that event was to really get everybody together and to experience one of our members and what they have to offer, as well as make a one-on-one connection and build their network and learn about some of the programs we have at the chamber, as well as to really kind of get everybody together and for you to meet somebody new that can help further your goals. And that's really what I give. Basically, I do that monthly to provide you with that platform.
So we've talked a lot about the residency and the education of the residents. What are we doing as a city to help bring in business, bring in tourists, bring in more local activities, cultural activities? We had the food and wine festival that we had. That was awesome. That was amazing.
Well, we're not a typical chamber of commerce, I don't think, because we're not just business focused, we're also focused on the community and the people. So what we've done, basically, we've partnered with the city. We've partnered with organizations such as MoCA and the Museum of Contemporary Arts, a lot of the restaurants and vendors here, to put together a very stellar event that was going to draw the community as well as promote the food and dining venues here in North Miami.
Right.
And it's been very successful. Last year we had about 1,500 people come, and we're looking for an even greater showing this year, and it's really turned into a phenomenal event for us as a community to promote tourism. And the next thing we have going on right now, which is going to be Nomadic Nights, which we're doing with a lot of the galleries. We're actually sitting in one of the galleries now that I'm actively trying to promote to this underground culture that we're starting to see emerge here with the artists and the galleries and the antiques. That's the next thing to really start drawing people to this area for culture.
Right. So a lot of people, and I want to touch back, a lot of people, the main thoroughfare, 125th, I would say between 6th Ave going all the way down to Bayshore. But there are so many amazing galleries that are right here in the middle of the city that really aren't getting the attention that they should.
Right.
This is phenomenal.
So what I see what's happening is, with things changing in Wynwood a bit, we're seeing a lot of new people and very established galleries as well that are looking for a new home. Thankfully, a lot of them have chosen North Miami. I've been able to come in and have our meetings and be able to starting to get the city on board to really create something here and create an atmosphere. And like I said, that all goes into the economic engine of this area. And I just started a film coalition here. North Miami used to be a very big area for film projects.
Okay.
So what we want to do now with this film coalition is to really start bringing back filming here, screening films, independent films, to promote that, and perhaps even have a fast track. Fast track permitting for getting that done. So I've worked with some folks in the city, discussed it, and really looking to do that. And the mayor, Smith Joseph is really on board with that as well.
So with the advent of the Film Coalition and the advent of the cultural growth and the advent of the food and dining restaurants and awareness, this is something that you, I would say mastermind because I'm a loyal fan in all honesty, but the team that you have working with you and the other members of the Chamber of Commerce, we've seen growth in the Chamber of Commerce. We've seen so much more activity in the Chamber of Commerce.
Right. I think about it and I say, you know what, it's an honor and a privilege to be able to work at this level. Because not very many people get to, think about their ideas and be able to get them executed and see them come about. So as far as when I look at, success and as far as even what it takes, it's really tenacity for me.
Right.
I have no interest in giving up on anything. Everything is just really about what avenue I'm going to take. Right now, like I said, it's all about, the North Miami community, the Northeast Dade community, and making it better. Continue to contribute to this economic engine here and growing things for the future. We have some great things happening in the city. We have the Solomia project development that's going to be around for, in the works for the next 15 to 20 years. And, everybody's really kind of committed to growing the culture here and growing things here. So, very committed to that and continue to making waves here.
Fantastic. Germain Bebe, CEO and President of the North Miami Chamber of Commerce. Of course, myself, Errol Chung, MiamiDMT. I want to thank you for coming out, hanging out with us.
Thank you very much.
And we're going to be able to show all of his information and all of his links in the description below. Make sure to like and follow MiamiDMT, as well as we're going to have some information on this beautiful gallery that we're sitting in. And stay tuned for more information. Again, Germain, thanks. And we'll see you soon, man.
All right, thank you so much.
Have a good one.